Hello dear students, welcome back to this course. Today we will talk about how to prepare business model or business plan or other business model canvas. Now this is very important to understand how you captures value as a part of offering product and services to the customers for your own organization, right? Because you have employees to serve, you have company to operate, you have expenses to be recovered. So this business model will actually help you to understand how or what are different linkages between different areas of your entire startup. So this is rather from macroscopically, a business model is a kind of network, or business plan is a network of all different areas and the aspects that a company used to have. So let us see what typical business model is. A business model is defined as company's core strategy of profitably doing business, basically, because nobody is starting a startup or a business without thinking of profits at the end, right? If you don't generate profit, which means you are not sustainable in nature and you have to shut down your company. So it's more important to focus on how you are going to make your money out of it. The business model describes rationale of how an organization creates, delivers, and captures the value. Generally, it includes information like products, services, business plan to sell, target markets, what you have, and other expenses. So I'll tell you what are different components of it in very detailed way. But in general, business model canvas or business model will give you an overall picture of what company is creating, what startup is creating, and what are their plans to deliver and how they're going to deliver these product services to the customer and how they're going to take back, captures the value out of it. So this canvas has 9 different blocks and you need to understand each one of this block very seriously. The very first block, the very core part we will see. So these are 9 blocks, that is value proposition, customer, revenue, then channels, relationship, activities, partners, resources, cost. So we will see what all this looks like. But you see, typically this is defined in 2 different phases. You see on the right side what you have is more of your customers and the services and how you're going to deliver it and then generating revenue out of it. On the left part you have more of how you use your resources, what is the cost, and then how you are going to build that. And in center you have value proposition, which is very key element of your business model. So let us see each of this block one by one. First block is customer segment. As a startup founder, you should clearly know who your customers are, right? Which customers and users are you serving? You ask this question to yourself: which jobs do they really want to get done? These questions will help you understand about different segments of customers and what exactly they want you to do for them, right? And here you identify each of these groups. Second category is, so in the business model canvas, the second block represents the value proposition. The first was the customer. Second is, what exactly is customer looking from us as a startup to be delivered to them so that their jobs can be done. So what are you offering to them? You ask this question to yourself: what are you offering to a customer so that their pains they will gain and then their jobs are getting done. So that product or services will be the one that you will list over here. Apart from product services, what all you are offering to your customer as a value proposition, all will be mentioned over here. Then comes channels. Now customer is over here. You are building value or product services for the customer over here. Now what is the channel through which this value will reach to your customer? Say for example, if I am talking about Redbus, the customer segment is a traveler who wants to book the ticket. They are the customer. Value is what? Value is the customer can have access to the digital ticket booking platform. They can book ticket. Now how the customer will get ticket? I am the customer, ticket is the value. How will I get the ticket? I'll get it through the digital platform. So digital platform is my channel by which the ticket is being delivered to the customer. So how will we communicate with and reach our customer segment to deliver the value proposition? So you mentioned all this Salesforce, either you go for online sales, web sales, company owned store, either you think your partner owned store, you will go for a franchisee model, or you will go for wholesalers, distributors. So what kind of channel you will choose to deliver your value proposition to your customer? How each customer segment wants to be reached and through which kind of interaction point you will deliver this. So these are the questions which you will ask yourself while defining this block number 3. Then Customer relationship. This is very, very essential. See, once you deliver your value to the customer, you want a customer to come back to you in future, and that will only happen, or you want your customer to give you at least a feedback about the product and services. So how are you maintaining a relationship with your customer, whether it is through telecallers or through personal assistants or through automated customer care booths kind of thing. So what is exactly your strategy to maintain relationship with the customer? Now, why do you want this? You want this because of customer acquisition, customer retention, and increasing your sales. So what kind of relationship you are establishing with your customer in each segment, that is very, very important. So you define all this in segment number 4. 5, revenue stream. Identify your, as per your plan, mention all those areas and the plans with the help of which the money is going to be credited into your account. Money will come to your account, right? So what is your revenue streams and how are you going to earn money out of it? So you mention all those direct and indirect revenue streams for you. If customer comprises of the heart of business model, then revenue streams are the artery. See, without revenue, the business will not function, the startup will not function. So this is very, very crucial that you define the revenue streams and in what way you want the revenue streams to flow. Revenue stream results from value proposition successfully offered to the customer. So once you offer your value to the customer, customer will give you, will pay you for that. So indirect income is also generated from other sources as well. So you ask yourself, what are customer really willing to pay for? How are you generating transactional recurring revenues? Many a times you see like YouTube, for example. YouTube is free for users, but they're generating revenue from the advertisement. So you mention over here what kind of revenue streams you are following, right? Key resources. Now, 6th element is key resources. After you define all these on the right hand side of the canvas, your customers, your value proposition, your channels, your relationship, and the revenue streams, here is the question that you need to ask yourself. What all are those resources which you require to develop or to create this value for your customer? So which resources underpin your business model? What are the assets which are essential for you to get those assets and develop the value proposition or the product that your customer requires? So mention all of this. So key resources are the asset. It could be people, knowledge, it could be money you need to run your business, it could be physical, material, machine, space, equipment, it could be human, intellectual, patent, information, data, relationship. It could also be financial, investment and shares and whatnot. So you have to identify all the resources that is required for you at any given point of time to build that value proposition for your customer. Then 7th block is key activities, which is over here. So once you have your resources in hand, once you have your plans to develop value proposition, now activities will indicate what all you need to do in order to use your resources and develop the value proposition for the customer and deliver it to the customer. So your operations and production comes into picture, your marketing, sales come into picture, your finance administration come into picture. You ask yourself which activities do you need to perform well in your business model and what is very, very crucial. So you identify all those important activities which is crucial in your model. Then 8th is partnership. This is very essential for a startup. Many a times, as a startup, you don't have all the resources you need to generate the product and deliver it to the customer. But then you take the partnership. You do partnership so that you don't want to invest a lot of money into it, but at the end your job is getting being done. So for example, I want to start my e-commerce store, for example. But when I start my online e-commerce store, I also need to set up my own logistics solution. But there are companies out there who will whom can I partner with for delivering my goods from one place to other place, right? So you identify in your business model what are those important partnership that you are looking for, which is strategic in nature and which will reduce your cost and then also help you out in running your model. So which partners and suppliers leverage your model? Who do you need to rely upon? You ask this question to yourself, you'll get the answers, and the answers will be a part of your component. And then finally, you have this cost structure, that what all activities and how exactly your money will be out from your account, right? So cost structure typically includes the fixed cost and the variable cost, with emphasis on the taking advantage on economics of sales as well. So what is the resulting cost structure? Which key element drive your entire cost? So you need to be very cautious about it. So define all those costs that you have. So this is the 9th component. So overall, if you see, business model looks like this. These are all 9 components: customer segment, then value proposition, channels, relationship, revenue streams, resources, activities, partners, and then cost structure. Now, if you have clear understanding about all these 9 blocks, I think your business model is ready and you should start operations very soon. So right now, what people do normally in this business model, you need to paste all your highlights on the canvas, right? So let me give you an example how it looks like. I'll take example of simple business like refreshing lemonade soda to joggers in the public park. So he is a person who has this booth of selling this refreshing lemonade soda at the outside the jogging park, right? Or at the joggers park, at least in the within the park. So this is the business, and now if I want to build a business model canvas for this, I'll tell you what are the key components. This is how it looks like. We'll start with the first one, customer segment. Who are the customer for that guy who is selling the lemonade soda at the joggers park? People who come to the park visitors, number one. So he identified, he did not say normal people, he said that people who come to the park will have a chance to look at my booth and will have the lemonade soda. It's not general people, you need to identify very clearly. So park visitor is a customer segment. What value proposition he is delivering? He is delivering cold, tasty, natural lemonade on the go, which means people who comes at the park, and if somebody wants, at that moment somebody wants natural cold tasty lemonade soda, he delivers it. Then what kind of channels he do follow? How he is delivering soda to the people? It's through booth sell and also through website booking. He also has website. So it's his decision. He said that I'll also book, I'll take orders from website and I'll sell, I'll go in person and deliver that. So it's either through booth sell or by website. What kind of relationship is offering to the customer? Is he having some toll-free number to ask the feedback of the product? Is he having some sort of person who will call them? No. The moment somebody have that lemonade soda, he directly ask him on the same time that how do you find the soda, what is the taste, and also it's a personal relationship. You got this, right? Now revenue streams. How are the person going to pay? Getting paid from that services or product he's offering? It's lemonade sales per glass basis or per lemonade basis, right? So he mentioned clearly this is 10 rupees per glass kind of thing, 10 rupees or 20 rupees per this. But then he's also earning side income through tips, because many times people find it very good. So they may offer 10 rupees tips, 20 rupees tips depending on what they feel. So revenue streams are two, directly is through lemonade sales, indirectly is through tips. Now resources, what all he needs to build that lemonade soda? He need ingredients of the soda, that is water and then whatnot, right? Then he needs salespeople to sell that product. He need booth, physical booth and equipment to develop to make the soda, right? Lemonade for this. And then what are the key activities for him? Key activity would be, once he had the resources in place, he want to make the soda. What key activities he will do? He will go and make the lemonade soda. He also need to go for marketing, and he also need to do selling. So the key activities for him. And who are the key partners? The key partner is municipalities, because municipal corporation would not allow anyone to sell soda, anyone to sell without their permission. So they are partners to them, because they allow a person to be within the premises of the park, right? And what is the cost? What are those expenses that the person has to encounter? It's the cost of raw material, ingredients, salaries / commission of the salesperson, equipment cost, and then flyers which he has used for marketing purposes. So he is clear about these things. Now the same business can also be with the moment you change the decision in any segment, either in marketing or in activities, this business canvas model will also change. Now the same way we take example of Uber. Uber is little different in the sense, I'm sharing this because I want you to understand that it is not only just one type of customer. You need to be very clear about how many category of people you are serving. So for example, in case of Uber, the first segment is customer. So for Uber, who are the customer? The taxi providers, the riders, the taxi provider who are drivers for that car, they are on one side they are their customers, and also on the other side they are people who are going to ride in their car, right? So all these gray stickers you see is for riders, and all this green you see is for the drivers. So riders who are people who wants a ride, driver who are those people who want to earn money while driving, because drivers normally will get onboarded with the Uber only because they want to earn money while driving. Now what value proposition he is delivering? Now see, now value proposition should be for both this category. For riders, what are the value proposition? For riders, Uber has provided a platform to connect with riders and drivers. It is easiest way around for riders to book the cab anytime, anywhere with low cost luxury and various level of services, because Uber Go, Uber, I mean, what not you have, right? And for drivers, what do they have? They have they are offering earning money when they want, because for riders, if you see, if they don't want to earn for another 2 hours, they'll just switch off their, I mean, they just toggle off from their app, so that vehicle will not be shown for any customer, for rider. So this is how it is value proposition for the drivers as well. Now, what is the channel? Channel is Uber app from both the side, driver side as well as the rider side. Relationship, rating. See, they are offering customer rating as well as the driver's rating, right? So this is how they have developed the relationship. They know that whether the customer is liking the service or not based on the rating that customer provides. What are revenue streams? It is XYZ dollar for per kilometer or a mile, also for a waiting time, also for a search pricing. So they have made it very clear. Then what are the key resources? They will need tech platform. They will need drivers network in first place. They will need talented employees to handle this. They will also need a brand for people to trust them. What are the key activities? Once they have resources, what activities will help them to develop these things for them? First activity would be platform development and maintenance, tech platform and application. Then second activity will be marketing and advertisement of the platform. Third would be hiring the drivers. And fourth will be the operations. These are the major activities that they have identified. And then who are the key partners? Payment processors, payment gateways, right? So once the person takes the Uber ride, they will pay for that online. So the payment gateways, Reserve Pay or other gateways will come into picture. Then they will need the location and the GPS coordinates. So they will need to tie up with the tech companies, because they are not doing on their own. So all those things which they are not doing on their own, they are partnering with somebody else, will come over here. So they are taking the GPS data from some third party application. They are also looking for investors, because investors will put money into them resources, right? What is cost structure? What will cost them? Employee payroll, salaries for the employees, drivers payout. The moment driver completes the ride, customer will pay Uber first, and from that driver is going to get paid. Legal fees, because they have lawyers. Marketing and advertisement fees or cost, tech platform cost. So all this they have mentioned. So all this will come as a part of cost structure. So I hope you understood the what all comes in the 9 elements or 9 blocks of the business model canvas. Now some of the key points which I would like to highlight here, and those key points I want you to be very cautious about. One is business model canvas is dynamic and it changes over a period of time. So it is not a fixed one. So once startup idea is there in place, the problem is in place, solution is in place, the model is a fixed one. No, it varies based on time to time, depending on what decision you make on revenue stream, on cost structure and partnership and everything. Same business can be operated with different business models. I'll tell you with an example that how you can operate same business within different business models. Pricing and cost are two levers of business model. So you can change pricing and cost with several decisions, and the entire business model will get changed. Let's understand this by an example. Say for example, you want to start an online learning academy. I'll give an example of Eduter app, because I have been very closely working with them for the startup. They're basically an online learning academy, let's say. And if you want to open up online learning academy, what you do is, in first place, you need teachers to record the courses and give it to you. Now, when you say that I want the content, so for content you need people who can develop the content. So for people, you will hire them first. So once you say, okay, I'll hire the people, and then they will develop content, and then that content will be sold on the learning academy. So what will happen is, in this case, the initial cost will be very, very high. And once you hire people, you will need the systems to record, you will need cameras to record, you will need people to edit the videos and all those things. So you will need, let's say, high cost initially. And then you will sell the content online. On contrary, so this will affect the cost part of the business model. On the contrary, if let's say somebody else is starting the same online learning academy, but he says that instead of teachers being hired, what he will do is he will say, okay, you develop this course, I'll put it on my website, I'll give you royalty instead of fixed salary. This is another model. So once the royalty, your fixed cost has got reduced. Then when you record a person, when a teacher records the content and then it is being edited, you ask another agency who says that, okay, right now you edit it on my behalf, I'll pay you per video kind of thing. So you are reducing that cost as well right now. So and later on, if you feel now investor is ready and then you need your own resources, you will take on resources and then you start working on that. That is a different case altogether. But that's why I'm saying that business model changes over a period of time. So with this, I hope you understood all 9 blocks of business model. And I will end up with this quote of Jeff Bezos. He said that I knew that if I failed, I would not regret that. But I knew that one thing I might regret is not trying. So, to all those youngsters, if you have that passion in your mind, I think you should at least try, and even if you fail, you should fail safe. Nothing much beyond that. But at least you have that courage to say that I have tried at least this thing. So, without trying, you will regret a lot. So I hope you understood this, each block, and I want you to utilize this knowledge to develop your own business model canvas on your own idea. Thank you so much.